It's another unboxing video. I know. Right, what we got? Okay, yeah, this is definitely for the Rally Mini. So the fuel system, I'd like to do it as professionally as I can, and obviously because I watch a lot of YouTube, everyone seems to run AN fittings. There we go, AN fittings. I'm going to try and use these on the fuel system. What does AN stand for? Army and Navy. It's an American standard. And it's quite handy because obviously a lot of the stuff we use is imperial. You can get them in metric thread and things like that, but they seem to be the standard for performance cars and competition cars. So these are going to go into either side of the fuel filter. So rather than having the push-on fitting, I'm going to thread these bad boys in there so I can run those. They can be pretty expensive, but I can't remember, these are £2 each or something. Ooh, it's another thing for the Rally Mini. So these are nuts, square nuts that you weld on, but you don't get your welder out and weld them on. They've got these little tiny pins on the bottom. So the idea is they're for factory type stuff really. Is you have the metal that you want to weld it to, you put that on there, this is negative, you put a positive charge through there, and basically those little prongs melt and fuse weld onto the metal itself, so it welds them on. I didn't realise that when I bought them. They're nice, but I am going to just basically MIG weld them onto the shell of the Rally Mini. I'm going to put these all over the place because I want the car to be modular. So somewhere, yep, I bought a bunch of these things. So these are going to be welded to the shell, and this is on the inside. I can put a sheet of aluminium over, or the bracket, or whatever I want, and then basically screw them onto there. Brilliant. And on that bracket I can have, I don't know, fire extinguishers, battery, whatever. And then if I decide to change whatever is bolted onto it, I can just unbolt it, take the whole thing off, and fabricate new screws and things and plates, and then it can weld back on. It sounds complicated and a bit bizarre, but when you see it, hopefully it will make sense. So I bought a bunch of those. This was also a mistake. Have you seen those really fancy aluminium, you know, black anodized brackets for holding fuel lines, brake lines and things like that? So I bought a box and I thought, gee whiz, that's a bargain. So I've got 2 of them. So I've got 2 of those, 2 of those, and 2 of those. And they all come with a Allen key to fire. And I was thinking, oh yeah, I could screw them to the bodywork of the car on the inside, run the fuel line and brake line through it. That'll tidy it up, that'll look amazing. And when I got them through, they're made of plastic. It didn't say metal in the eBay subscription. Yeah, it didn't say aluminium in the description. I just assumed it was. I think it was like £4 for the set. I'm sure I better use them for something. This. Now I was inspired to buy these after watching Urchfab on his build he was doing. He had these bonnet pins, these push pin, these ones. You know the ones I'm on about now. Press the button. Woo, beautiful. I really like them. They're really nice. I probably won't fit them to the Rally Mini because although they are nice, they're not really sort of like a rally standard. It's more of a custom car, you know, thing. I don't really think it kind of meets rally standards. So I might actually fit them onto my Mark 1, because my Mark 1 has a glass fibre flip front. I hate having a flip front on my Mini, I really do. You know, the Rallycross Mini had one, Mark 1's got one. They're for racing, they're great because you have full access, you can do whatever you want to do. For a road car, they're a pain in the bum. And I've got Zeus fasteners on the Mark 1 Mini at the moment, don't like them, so I might fit those. And for the same reason I bought some of those little rubber hooky type things, just for the side, just because it's easy. Yeah, when you just want to check the oil or the water before you do a trip, you don't want to be messing around, you just want to go bang, 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 take it off and have a look. Ooh, I have not yet released a video on the engine for the Rally Mini. Not as simple as I wanted it to be. And I need to give it a clean. So I bought these little brushes, so I can now in and out of all the little oil galleries and things like that, give it a good old clean before I reassemble it. So yeah, if you wanted to know what engine I'm putting into the Rally Mini, you will find out in a future episode soon. In a past episode of the Rally Mini project, you saw me go to the NEC, to the motorsport show, and the only thing I bought was a navigator's footrest. Well, I've bought another one. But why, Kev? You've already got one. I don't like it. It was an impulse buy right at the end of the show when I was about to leave. And the more I look at it, and the more I see my friends who are rallying, you need a sturdy navigator's footrest. The little thin aluminium one that I bought at the show, it'll be great. I might stick it in the Suzuki or the MX-5 or something like that. But the abuse that bit of kit gets when you're genuinely rallying is unbelievable. So, you know, I've seen some get bent. And the one that John fabricated for his own Mark II Escort, that was nice. I like that. And I bought this off eBay. Look at that. This is a cast aluminium one by OMP. Don't like the colour, someone's painted it red. But I will sandblast it, get it cleaned up, maybe paint it black or keep it raw, I don't know. But it is fully adjustable, so it has brackets at the bottom, so it will pivot. And obviously these adjustable brackets go at the end, at the back. I might ditch that and make my own system. And that's the other thing. So the one that I bought is kind of fixed. And as I've said many times in my videos, I don't know who's going to sit in my navigator seat. If you want to sit in my navigator seat, you're more than welcome to. But everything needs to be adjustable. The seat needs to be adjustable backwards and forwards, up and down. And the footrest needs to be adjustable, not only that way, but also that way. And that's what the other one wouldn't do. So these are actually quite expensive, but I got it dirt cheap, second hand. So I was pleased about that. I think it cost me about £15, including postage, which is not bad for one of those. Well, there you go. It's a short episode. I'm buying lots and lots of bits. The progress with the Rally Mini is going slow, but I'm pleased with what I'm doing, and that's the important bit. Timeline, I want to get the car painted by September, because if I get it painted by September, it gives me October, November and December to assemble it, 3 months to put it all back together again. Then it gives me January as a shakedown to make sure it's actually running and it's all good, ready to rally. My first rally that I'd like to do is the Brighton, no, not the Brighton. The first rally that I'd like to do is the Goodwood event. That's at the end of February. So that's my buffer zone. It literally only gives me, if I stick to that timeline, it gives me about 3 weeks of buffer zone for stuff that goes wrong. So it's still tight, and I'm working on this Rally Mini literally a couple of hours a day. I'm sneaking home at lunchtime, doing a bit of work on it, and when I get home I'm doing a couple of hours, and on my days off, unfortunately I can't always do a whole day on my day off, but I am banging those hours out. So thank you very much for this episode, and so until next time, ta-ta for now.